Thank you, and Swaddi. Again, it's an honor for me to be able to be a speaker here today. I don't actually know much about the programs until the past few days, and I'll do my best to communicate, and please excuse my broken English. Oh. Just to start off, I actually work for a communication company. It's not only communications, but also the cable business. We are just more or less media's company, if you could say. The principle or the beliefs of the company is actually what is the true value of life. And we believe that the true value of life comes from having each other, come from togetherness. How can we actually do our job and be able to get people to access each other's values? And for that, we more or less saying that we are not just a communication, giving connectivities, giving access to the people, but we want to be able to do more and give more values to what we do to not only our customer, but for the society. What's governance as values that we hold, which actually is a basic moral principle, just put in a different words. In this case, we use it the 4C. Is caring, to create value or creative, courage, and credible. So with this, each of these values is also guiding us how we actually be able to contribute more as an organization to the bigger purpose. In fact, when we start also looking at ourselves, in what area can we actually contribute the most? And as a communications broadcasting company, we think that since we are technology different company, we actually allow information to transfer and allow connectivities and communications. Probably just like going through the business strategy is to use our strength. And definitely our strength is on creating what's so-called a knowledge-based society. At the beginning, back many years ago, we start to actually co-work with the government on especially the educational ministry, and see if we can help enhance or improve more or less the teachings or the curriculums in the different subjects area. We work with a lot of teachers there represented from the government sectors, and come up with the books for more or less the tools for the teacher to be able to effectively teach the young children, future of our nations. But as we work through it, it actually takes us almost 2 years before we can get something out. And at the time when we actually put it out, there's already other teachers and experts who say that your books is already obsolete. So that's a difficult part of, so where can we fit in best to actually work on the education side and deliver the values to the greater purpose. We believe that the school our next step is to go to look at the school and see how we be able to help the school instead of trying to just create some book which could be obsolete within a year or two. So we said, let's do this since we are a company that actually do the broadcasting and communications. Maybe the most simple things is to just allow all these great documentaries that we are showing in our cable business into the as many as schools as possible in Thailand. And it was difficult at the beginning to pull together all these rights and all these documentaries, contents, to actually in giving us the right to put it to the school. Now in Thailand there are about 30,000 schools. Out of these 30,000 schools, about 1/3 is considered inadequate. Inadequate, I mean, in everything, including teacher, and all these medians, teaching medians. So from that, we actually set the target that we want to be able to help this up to 10,000 schools installing all these channels and medians to help be able to transfer or share the content which are world-class content. At the moment, we actually be able to install about up to close to 3,000 schools of our so-called the red dishes. And as the students and teachers are calling us today, they are calling us more or less the red box, the red box. Again, when we offer the this red dish and TV, and just to be able for put it into the library of the school for all the students and the teacher to be able to get their schedule together, and including the recording the right documentary for the right subjects. This is actually very simple things that we can do. And again, thanks to all these great contents and documentaries that allow us to actually distribute all these contents to all the students. Our belief is that it's not just how we wanted the children or the young people to learn and get the educations, but the important things is to be able to inspire them. And certainly, the best way to inspire them is to allow them to have this access to all this great content. And if they are inspired, I think they will have this lifetime learnings experience, because the education actually doesn't stop at the school. We also developed the software that helped the teacher for the teaching, and this is from the kindergarten to the level of 12th grade. And there are different softwares partner and contents partner that we work with, and we want to be able to add more and more so the teacher can actually use this content and software to help effective teaching for the children. The important thing is that when I visit all these schools, which are in the more rural area of Thailand, there's always not enough teacher, and one teacher would teach many subjects, and it is difficult to actually give in-depth or high-quality educations in such environment. And this is just one of the very first steps that we think we could help them, giving them the tools and giving them the content that might help them teach the children. So, Plook Panya, or through Plook Panya projects, if we translate it, the word Plook Panya is more or less the intellect, the abilities to see the truth. In fact, the knowledge is about learning about truth, even though there are different perspectives of how we see the truth. But yes, I think it's about learning about truth and how those truths can actually help us in living better or have a well-being. So this is something which we wanted to do and actually do more and more. We did the prototype school, not only the red dish and giving the televisions and the contents behind the televisions, but we want to step further. What if the school could have the internet and computer in every classroom? Perhaps just like this school here, which more or less have everything. What would it be the cost? Can the school be able to have the televisions in also every room, so that they can always pick up different content and documentaries to help enhance the understanding of the subjects? Yeah, it's come with the cost. Can the school have the server to store and have these memories to store all these contents and be able to pick and choose the content to help support the teaching? And the school, and in that case, can the school afford another technicians to maintain all this system in the school? All of this have been working and under study, and we are now working for this so-called the prototype school in the rural areas for about 10 schools now, and continue to evaluate how that actually be able to improve the teaching and improve and inspire the students at the school. So all these hardwares, all these including softwares and contents, these are the things that we are moving forward to see what we can actually do more and giving them more tools in order to teach. Now, I think certainly we have done what we can do at this moment, but we want to expand this outward and be able to get the communities to support all these facilities. We believe that a strong school would help support a strong communities. And definitely, strong communities can support a strong school. And we certainly believe that you have to actually grow from the communities. There are 70,000 villages in Thailand and 30 schools, as I mentioned. But in order to really build a sustainable value for the communities, it's certainly not only giving the educations. So how can we actually get more people to help the community, especially the less opportunities communities? We think of how to get the people to actually be able to share their knowledge. In fact, surprisingly, this project has been going on for almost 3 years now, but the concept is very similar to TEDx. We have formulated this so-called Panya.com so that people can actually upload it, their knowledge. And it doesn't have to be just among the teachers, but it could be even a small girl. And in fact, there are examples of this uploading contents and knowledge to share. It could be from anyone. We have to do certain screening, but up until now, we have more than 300,000 titles that have been uploaded into the Panya.com. This sharing of knowledge would not be obsolete, because there's going to be always the new informations, new knowledge, new ways of teaching, uploaded all the time to people, for people to share. We actually go into not only just people uploading, but go into other webs in order to screen and get more content into this website. Certainly, the website itself also promoted all these schools which have certainly less medians and have less abilities to give the best education to their community. So again, our goal is simply to be able for people to just share their knowledge. And a lot of time, as we think that we are giving, we are trying to share to other people. In fact, when we give something to other people and when we share something to other people, we already are getting, we already are rewarding from that. And that's something which we think we wanted to make happen. My last visit to the school that one of the very first school we support showed that it's not enough for what we do. Actually, we need to understand more about communities and how to make the community a successful one. And there's a lot of hope, and there's a lot of opportunities that we can do more. So, again, the philosophy that we use is that having nothing means we can only gain, but gaining is nothing if we do not give. Thank you.
Thank you, Kun Suphachai.